actually pull up my sheets and stuff.
Hello.
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 Do I sound okay?
Yeah, you sound delicious.
Do I really?
Delicious.
Like in the stream, not in your ears like normal?
Oh.
Yes, I think you sound fine.
Okay.
You sound
good.
delicious.
Hello.
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 Welcome
Back.
to the
Stream.
chat.
Okay.
We almost did it, guys. We almost did it.
Good.
I'm not ready.
I'm not ready.
I am somewhat ready, but not ready.
I'm ready.
Fucking ready. I get to play freaking. Yeah. All right.
Meow meow.
All right.
Play some
Let's
D&D.
do this. Yeah, first off, let's start with our sponsors. Big shout out to our latest and greatest sponsor, Little Dragon Core. Little Dragon Core is a Canadian-based dice company that supplies all kinds of cool tabletop gear. Check out their Twitter, Little Dragon Co. 1, to stay updated on all their awesome products. And don't forget to use the coupon code BONUS on checkout when you head over to littledragoncore.com to get 10% off your order and get you some nice dice. Like I have one of those! I have the same one! So cute. That's not Little Dragon Core, but that is a little dragon, and it's
a
very
little
cute.
Dragon. That's why I was doing
It's
it.
so cute. So get yourself some dicey boys. And as usual, big thanks to Twitch, OBS Streamlabs, Many-Sided Dice, and Team MZ. It's thanks to their support that we're able to stream. Also, don't forget to check out our other games, and the schedule will now be announced by Jamie, as per tradition here on Inside Chat.
I don't really know the schedule too good. Things have been very random recently due to the holidays. But I'm just going to go through our normal schedule because things should be kicking back to normal pretty soon, other than us, I guess.
Gotta be special.
So on Mondays, we have Tomb of Annihilation live from 8 to 11 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by Tabletop Legends on Tuesdays live from 7 to 11 p.m. Eastern Time. After that, we have Waterdeep Resurfaced live on Wednesdays from 8 to 11 p.m. Eastern Time. On Thursdays, we got a lot going on with Delve and Dash live from 7 to like roughly 8:10, followed by Mystic Hour with Christy Mystic Water live from 8:30 onward. On Fridays, we got Storm King's Thunder, which is going to be rebranding to not Storm King's Thunder, but the same cast, same thing.
In the next episode or two, keep posted for that.
Yeah, but they're going to be doing the same thing, so we're just going to call them
We're
Storm
doing
King's Thunder.
the same thing. It's just we're leaving the Storm King's Thunder module.
Yeah, they want to go die trying to fight the Raven Queen or something, and to a cute little purple kobold and a silver dragonborn. Obviously.
Okay, we'll get there. Spoilers. Endgame spoilers. Stop it.
On Saturdays, we got Dirty 20 live on select weeks. They just aired today, so I don't know what the next time is. I'm really bad at dates. Followed by
Well, I mean, we're gonna be back in a few weeks. We don't know exactly yet.
but we're also rebranding.
But we'll be Fabled Whispers.
Yeah.
I've already changed our YouTube and Twitter names to Fabled Whispers, so you can find us there and get updates on when we'll be back.
Oh yeah.
And also, as a reminder, there will be no Shadowrun for the month of January. We will be back the first Friday of February. We'll be back.
Yeah. And then on Sundays, we got Curse of Strahd live from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. That's the normal schedule.
Nailed it.
Yes. I'm not ready.
I'm not ready either.
I'm ready.
You've been ready for like a year.
No. I thought I was ready. Then I made some changes. Now I'm really ready. Super ready.
I'm ready.
So, last time you had gotten back from the Dead Isles, realized that you couldn't resurrect Aon, had to tell a whole bunch of people that he died, including his son, who was very upset, and did some psychic damage to Sonata. He felt
child's
bad about
cry.
that.
Very sad.
Yes.
You're not good
Um,
enough.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So you ventured or went to the Mage Tower, see if Wenna could do something to help with getting you to the astral plane. And she made you a tuning fork. And you asked Yelrow to bring you to the astral plane. But before you could go, Aon appeared as an angel and told you about the deal he'd made with Celestian. So he's not coming back. And all of you are going to have a memorial for him. I imagine that it would be in your backyard late in the evening when the first stars are beginning to show. And, you know, friends and relatives are there, only like the closest people to Aon and to you. And the horses are there because they live there. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Extra nice.
Coco is not doing a eulogy, but you know,
Alright. So we doing a whole normal funeral thing where people got to get up and talk?
if you want to. Otherwise, it could just be, you know, sharing a moment together, thinking about Aeon.
Yeah. Sonata will get up and say something. I wrote this for our dearly departed, even though he's a liar. Well, he was one of the 4 dragons, and I wrote this in memory of him. A stubborn and complicated soul, with a clever mind and an even clever tongue. Magic flows through his veins, sparks ignite from fingertips. Flames wreathe and spiral at his command. A dragon made of plastic, rich in kindness and love. Wings of silver, now replaced with gold. Stars tremble at his touch. A dragon among men no more, but a dragon that sits among galaxies. To the platinum dragon, to my friend, Aon Elder. And she goes and sits down and tries not to cry.
And Chloe doesn't say anything, but she pulls out her pipe, which she hasn't used in over a year and a half since she started the pregnancy, and she prepared a smoke performance of. It starts off with just Aeon walking, and then he's on his broom flying all throughout the crowd, and as he's flying, one by one, 3 other forms join him, but they take the shape of dragons. And as he flies with the 3 dragons, he turns into one and kind of like parts off as the 3 keep going, and he goes up as he turns into a dragon and flies away. That's all I prepared.
Noah doesn't say anything because he knows he's an angel and that, like, you know, he's still there technically, so he's stubborn.
Star will stand up. And she'll say, some of you don't know me. Most of you don't really know me. My name is Ephemera, but Aon always called me Star. And so my father, is a god. And
Humble brag.
I was an angel, and well, you see, the thing is, my dad never bestowed any power to anyone. He just gave minor blessings or looked after his followers a bit, but, you know, he never gave any actual magical powers to anyone, but he decided to make a pact with Aon because of me. Because I saw Aon and I wanted to get to know him. So, yeah. Because I was curious about him and because I knew that I was going to love him. And I gave up my immortality for him. And I don't regret anything. Except that he couldn't be with us for longer. And we never got married, but I knew that I was always his, and he was always mine. And I will love him forever. And she sits back down. And there's just this moment of silence. And the gentle breeze moves through the backyard. And the stars twinkle in the sky, more and more appearing as it gets later. And I suppose we'll go into epilogues. Who wants to start?
Not me.
All right.
Not
I think Derek should start.
Yeah. Yeah, he should.
Okay. I'm an angel. There we go.
Yay! You did it.
I hate him.
No, I truly don't know what Aon's doing. I'm keeping that a secret. So
Oh.
yeah.
Wow. Rude. Okay. So I guess I'll go. I want to wait till Chrissy get back.
I did
Yeah,
too.
just we'll just vamp until she gets back. In the arms of the angel.
Angel.
And if anybody in chat has any questions that they would like to ask, I know there's only a few of you right now, but if you have any questions you'd like to ask, please just ping them on out there so we can see them and we'll answer them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? I don't know. Just so they can hear.
The story have questions.
Do you have
Yes.
questions? You have no questions for anybody? Okay. You said no.
Okay.
All right. So I guess I go. Unless someone else wants to go.
Mine's gonna be really short.
Oh. No, you didn't miss anything. I didn't do my.
We
Epilogue
waited for
yet.
you to come back.
Yes. All right.
Thank you. Sorry.
So good. All right. So, Sonata. After Aon's memorial and the excitement around the defeat of the Dead Isles, Sonata dedicated some of her time to helping Star with Ciara. She wanted to make sure that her nephew had everything he needed and help deal with the process of his father. She made sure to keep the training room open and ready whenever the young boy felt like thinking. It was better to take out all that frustration on a dummy rather than his mother. During the following month, Sonata decided to also have the wedding that she always dreamed of. Instead of just allowing her mother to see the occasion, she redid the ceremony in front of friends, family, and even some citizens of Sandholm. It was an open event. The time before was hectic and long, so she took this time to have the wedding proper with laughter, wine, and song. She pretty sure it lasted many hours after sunset. Afterwards, Demetrius and Sonata spent their much needed vacation in an honor, enjoying wedded bliss. Sonata then returned to Sandholm for a time. There, she made sure her mother was well and continued her father's rehabilitation. She often spent time helping her husband at the ship, doing whatever she could to make sure the people there were getting the help that they needed. However, anyone who knew Sonata knew of her love for adventure. While she was still a member of the Four Dragons, she didn't want to take her friends away from their family. Thus, she founded a new order. The Everlight's Radiance was an order blessed by Sarah Ray's high priest in Ice that would spread Sarah Ray's light and influence. Its purpose was to seek out and correct injustices wherever they may be, provide warmth and guidance to those in need, and to be the sword in the darkest of times. She served as the order's commander, traveling wherever they were needed. Those who decided to follow her were personally tested and trained by her. Family has always been an important aspect of Sonata's life and remained as such. When she wasn't with her men, she often hung around her nieces and nephews. She would tell them stories or take them to go see plays at her mother's theater. She also took time to visit Sol and Rest and her half brothers, all three of them, when she could. For a year, Sonata remained a constant figure in San. The days grew longer, and over the course of the new year, Sonata began to find herself grow sick. During a visit with her father, she grew violently ill. Hilariously, it was her father who noticed the signs. And with confirmation, Sonata was found to be with child. That didn't stop Sonata, though. She still maintained her order, but was stuck with paperwork and overseer duties rather than being out on mission, most likely at Demetrius' behest. At 5 months pregnant, Sonata decided that it was time to live at Vattencliff in the farm on estate. She took to her duties as a lady to occupy her time and often sent in letters to people in Sandholm and Wait. Her family was always welcome to visit, and she had rooms made available when needed. And on Lightbringer the 19th of 1954, Sonata gave birth to her first child, a baby boy named Idris Delcra Farmore. Fear, worry, but also hope filled her heart. Now she had something way more precious to protect. When Sonata was able, she often visited Sandholm to oversee her foundation and to visit friends and family. She was often seen with her son swaddled in front of her. Even when she oversaw training, her son was right there. Sonata later had more children. A second boy was born 2 years after Idris, who she promptly named Imris in honor of Aon. Her third child was a tiefling teenage boy by the name of Kavir, who she adopted during one of her missions. And her final child with Demetrius was a baby girl named Elena. With all of her kids, Sonata was fiercely protective and affectionate, knowing that she often traveled and took on dangerous missions whenever it was needed. Sonata made sure that her children knew how to protect themselves. Whether it be through magic or weapons, she made sure they could defend themselves. She also instilled in them that even though she would limit on taking on highly risky missions, she wanted them to know that she wouldn't always be there to protect them. She wasn't invincible, as she learned from Aon, but she made sure that she will always be there when it needed her to be. The tale of the Bronze Dragon continued on for many years. She inspired poems and plays and stories that she used to fawn over when she was young. She was a proud mother, a dutiful wife, a loving daughter and sister, and a fearless leader to me. Finally, Sonata was of the four dragons became a heroine in her own right.
God damn, just put us all to shame, Ciara.
Yeah, I know. She's gonna make you all look bad.
Yeah, I didn't even write anything.
Shit. You're muted, BB. You're muted, Jamie.
I didn't even write anything, so you know.
Y'all got this.
Uh-huh.
maybe
Alright.
maybe you all should have went first.
Christy,
Yeah,
you can
maybe.
go.
Fuck me.
Love you.
Uh-huh. I have like note form. Okay, so mine's like hella basic, but let's go. Chloe goes back to Bard School because she wants to learn and create spells. She ends up starting a small business for magical items designed for parents and children, and she patents the baby monitor she made for their journey to the Dead Isles. She would also continue to work on these new items and spells with help Noah's ideas, because after watching Noah with the mage hand with the babies, she wants to create a levitating baby wheel, like, you know, when you put them in the wheel stroller and they run around the kitchen. She makes one of those with a levitating disc for them to like walk around in. And she just makes just various like real world baby items that are very helpful but magical. So she's very creative and can't stop working. She also produces the Oron stage play and gets it syndicated with Sonata. And then she also writes a stage play based off our adventures of the Four Dragons with a heavy focus on Aon's character to continue the legend going forward. When the twins are 3 years old, she and Noah have their third child, who they name Zephyr Aon Elder in memorial to their uncle. And even after she has her son, she still continues to work on both the stage plays and her magical item business module, just because she can't sit still and be a stay-at-home mom. She kind of lets Noah be the stay-at-home dad while she continues to work and be creative, because she just can't sit still and stay at home. She needs to be constantly creating things. And one of the other items that she does outside of her business if you're allowing me, Alex, is to create a two-way mirror where it allows us to contact Aon at least twice a year. So that's probably one of the first projects she starts on before she starts her business module. I think that's her main focus, is to make sure that Seraph has a way to contact Aon and Chloe has a way to contact Aon. So help me God, or I will go find him and drag him. Like, if he doesn't pick up the mirror when it's created, I'll go look for him to give it to him.
Okay.
So yeah, that's all I got for Chloe. She has babies and just continues working and learning. I don't think she ever stops learning. Make sure that the kids always have a place to sleep, food to eat. And she's probably more protective than she would have been, but with Noah's continual pushing, she would allow her kids to study how to take martial arts or defend themselves, much like Sonata would do with her children. She sees the benefit in it, but it probably takes her a little bit of convincing from Noah's side to allow them to do that.
Heck yeah. And we support them through whatever they decide to do, like college or whatever the heck.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Aon just have all the kids named after him. I'm getting so tired.
First for me.
Hey, there's also Elena, who Demetrius decided
Yeah.
to name up, so...
I love it.
Hey, it's me. So basically, Noah just stays a stay-at-home dad. That's about. I mean, he also he goes to the Mage Tower and works out a new branch for the Mage Tower dedicated to rune children and giving them a place to safely study their own magic and work on their own powers
Without being prosecuted.
yeah. But I mean, he only like comes to check in on that and see how it's going to make sure everything's running smoothly, and sometimes give a donation. But like most of the time, he's at home working with the kids.
And whenever Chloe needs you for idea bouncing, because I
Yeah.
feel like she would ask you to join in with her business. I don't think she'd want to do it alone.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he would help with that, I guess. Too. Whenever, like, he would bring the kids though. He's a protective father.
She would definitely be watching Noah. Anything that he would do with the twins, especially because it's his first round, anything he did that she's like, maybe I should get something for that, she would create something to like counteract any Noah's antics.
I'm sure stuff happens.
I'm scared.
And then
we should get those baby cribs patented too. Those are such a good idea.
Yes.
I mean, that's Rayron.
I would ask her to go in. No, I would ask Rayron to come into business with me. Then I would totally get her to help.
Okay.
Because I would totally love that. Panaver 2. Hey guys, I have an idea.
If you can find him.
That's fair.
We could sell all my items in his shop. Fuck yeah, let's go.
He could cross
he's
items.
He's a lost and found kind of guy.
Oh, damn.
Oh no,
that'd be
I
cool.
lost this random crib in the middle of the road.
That's Noah's
got
shop.
a little address on where to buy more. I mean, it's worth it. It's a form of advertising. We can like go one of the cribs to like send a Panaver. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just yelling loudly in the woods. Oh no, I'm losing this right now.
I seem to have misplaced
my crib.
My whole child's bedroom.
Yes.
But after all that, Noah just basically settles down to be a dad. That's about it. Yelro stays for a while, so everything's like back to normal, and everybody's okay. You know, he's a therapist, so he wants to make sure everybody's good, relaxed. Then he goes home and realizes how messed up the world is and how like unrelaxed a lot of people are. So he starts.
Sorry, it's something we discussed off stream. That's why we're laughing.
I hate it.
So he starts making the crowns like he has that have leaves that like kind of mellow you out, sort of. He starts making crowns with special doses dedicated for specific people and selling them for minimal cost because he really doesn't care about money at all.
For hyperactivity people.
For hyperactive and people who are just really stressed out in general. But he also takes
Calm
care
crowds.
of the children in the village, doing whatever he has to do, and working towards being a council member eventually. Calm crowds.
Damn. Oh dear God. You know, just get high whenever.
Yeah.
Crowds
Be
of
high
I feel
all the
like-
time.
Also, at some point, probably after Zephyr is born, she would probably ask Noah to go on a vacation with her without the kids and leave the kids at home with the grandparents.
Bro, we buy that getaway retreat next to the river
Yes.
or next to the lake that we talked about in the very beginning of
Hell
the campaign.
Yes, that's something we do. 100%.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So you live next to a lake, and then you have a getaway.
No. We want like a getaway log cabin next to a like a lake in the middle of the woods.
In Yaldrink.
Yeah, just
Okay.
somewhere. And
Sure.
eventually we would retire there, right? That's the plan.
Sure. I feel like Chloe would probably want to go back to where Kaylin and her father were at some point, and maybe find if there's an area around there.
How long's the time skip we know?
18 years.
I don't know if we would retire there by 18 years.
I don't
though.
think 18 years. No, it would just be a summer vacation home
That's
at that
like
point.
that's like campaign 2 level stuff. It would just be a summer home, yeah.
It would be a summer home. Take the kids there when they're old enough.
Yeah.
I mean, you can live 108, 20, and then 30. Whatever, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not old yet.
I would definitely put the kids in like expensive schools because Chloe never had the chance, and Noah and Aon lived in an orphanage, so she'd definitely want to put them in higher grade schools to give them the best education.
Yeah, but we let them pick what they want to do. We don't
Yes.
force them. We let them.
But they have to go to school. That's
One
the
of
rule
them
of my house.
probably switched schools like 5 times because they just didn't like it.
That's fine. As long as you're going to school, you can still stay in my house.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want. I'll pay for art school. I'll pay for whatever the fuck you want. Just
Yeah.
stay in school. Thank
Yep.
you.
That's only her rule. And if you break it,
You're out.
GG.
GG.
GG. They be like, Dad, listen to your mom. Should've listened.
Well, if that's all, I have some epilogues to go through, like, many
Yes.
Let's hear
of them.
Let's get on.
So, H-Land is in a bit of an uproar for a while after Enna announces that the royal line is to be disbanded and make way for theocracy. Takes a few years to settle down under the new, but it's perhaps truly stable for the first time in its history. Lander
Oh, God.
finally becomes more mature
Huh?
while helping
Hello?
the rebellion in Cold Snap. He meets people who truly have no time for his creepy flirtations. Narina, the guard that the 4 dragons met in Cold Snap, takes Lander aside and has a real long talk with him about why such behavior is not okay outside of a brothel, and probably not even in one, to be honest. And whenever Lander is creepy after that, she just looks at him with enough disappointment to fill anyone with shame.
Ooh.
After the rebellion is over, Lander decides to go see more of the world, joining an adventuring party of his very own, and goes on to do many heroic things.
Okay.
Yay!
Ciara registers her invention, Stones of Fluency, at the Mage Tower, and over the years it becomes more widely spread to enchanters across Arbressian. And Ciara gets a sum of money every time someone buys the instructions, and she builds a small fortune as the years go by. But before she can enjoy any of it, she goes with a small group to Contraria to find out what's going on in her homeland she left so long ago. Still without the use of her magic, she's got only her intelligence and experience at keeping a low profile to help. After a years-long dangerous mission that not everyone makes it out from alive, Ciara comes back to Sandholm with new scars, both emotional and... She doesn't stay in Sandholm for long, bringing Bonnie and her parents back to Contraria to help rebuild the country ground up. And after a few years of the events of the Dead Isles, Headmaster Wenna Penketh of the Sandholm Mage Tower publishes a book on rune children, explaining their origin, some of their abilities, and why the persecution of them was completely unfounded. It is eventually translated into many languages and released on all of the continents of Arbressian. Wenna, having a high standing in many magical communities across the world, finally eases most of the suspicion and fear that still exists toward the rare rune children. Her book is dedicated to Aon Eldar, one of the bravest men that she'd ever known. Enna stays at the Temple of Melora in Wadeston for a couple of years, but finds that she draws too much attention still. She moves to a temple in the capital of Ashoden and dedicates all of her energy to her duties as a priestess of Melora. Michaela closes her shop in Wadeston and disappears. After another year or so, Naily and Brona hand over most of the work at the orphanage to younger acolytes at the temple, still keeping watchful eyes on the organization. They'll never fully retire from their jobs at the orphanage and the temple, but they learn to take things a bit easier in their old age. Estrella and Godfrey stay in their humble home in Sandholm. Estrella eventually takes over Demetrius' homeless shelter when he moves back to Vadencliff, and she also starts a community center of sorts for troubled youth, helping them avoid ending up in jail and instead making something of themselves. The so-called Whisper becomes both loved and feared, the former by the city's youth and the latter by the adults trying to take advantage of their disadvantaged lives. Godfrey quits his job as a guard and becomes a manager for a stable with horses and carts for rent. Roderick, Godfrey's father, does his best to become more involved in the lives of the family once he hears about Aon's passing, and becomes the most doting great-grandfather imaginable. No longer a royal guard, he's got more personal time than he's had for over 60 years. Aziza continues her work at the theater, but instead of running it on her own, she makes Kaelin manager, The two have become the very best friends, and with their combined leadership, the theater flourishes. Of course, both of them also take the time to visit their daughters and grandchildren as often as possible. Solanris makes sure that she's officially divorced from Sabal. She becomes more and more popular as a seamstress, known for her designs that are very unlike anything else from Waitston. After a few years, she even has money to buy a small shop and hire a couple of assistants. Shadal comes to work for her as well, and he finally gets a boyfriend. Celarius thrives as a member of the Faithless, liking the work that they do to keep the worst of crime at bay, as well as unveiling corruption among high-standing members of society. He becomes a key member and is even rumored to be romantically involved with the Duke of Whispers, who only a very select few know is actually Promise. Sabal stays in prison and never changes, though he sometimes tries to act like he has in hopes of reducing his sentence. Belle and Julie have a comfortable and happy life running the jewelry store and raising their children. Julian Christopher gets a little sister when he's 10 years old. Her name is Isabel Firenza, Belle for short.
Ow!
Star moves her bed into Aon's observatory so that she can look up at the night sky before falling asleep. She spends many years as a stay-at-home mom, putting all of her focus on raising Seraph. But once he's older, she decides to help Estrella with her community center and the shelter. Aon shows up sporadically, sometimes for big events. Sometimes he just checks in, but he always makes sure to answer your calls on the mirror so that Chloe doesn't go to the astral plane.
Smart man.
And that concludes our story of Inside Tech. But we will be back with a new story in the same world, but with a different name.
We did it.
I'm so happy for a season. Chloe's fun.
Yeah.
Got together.
They're best friends. They're not,
Oh, well, still.
But still.
After the whole thing with Chloe's father, Kaylin will never recover, truly. So,
Yeah.
also, another human? Probably not.
No.
He's like, I can't do this again.
I'm not ready to lose anyone that quickly.
I understand.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. That's
Bye, Chloe.
Bye,
Bye.
Sonata.
but now they're mine.
Now they're yours.
Bye, Noah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
beautiful
not
day.
around. I don't care. I'm just kidding.
He's around. Derek, you gotta say bye.
I'm just
Aon.
kidding.
I mean,
I
hi,
get to
Aon.
say Aon. He's definitely mine. More than anyone else.
Definitely.
Because I am Celestian. And
Oh.
Star. So he's doubly mine.
Noah also helps Star take away the ring of invisibility.
Yeah.
Yep. They sneakily switch it out.
Yeah, for an
Whisper
identical
makes-
ring
Yeah,
without-
Whisper makes the identical ring, and then Noah sneaks it out.
Yeah.
Why?
God.
Just let him have the ring.
No.
No, Derek. No.
What you got there? A ring of invisibility?
No!
No.
Got him.
But yeah. Questions.
Any questions?
I
either
have a
campaign?
question for you guys.
Sure.
Did you like it?
Oh,
Yeah,
we loved
of
it.
course.
What even?
liked it.
Did
So
you
many
mean-
times.
I
We loved it.
it.
Yeah.
No, I love
I
it.
still
Very
remember
fun.
like being so stressed out that I'd miss an episode when we went to Hong Kong, and I was like struggling to get the internet connection, and I was like, I want to play Chloe.
Oh,
Alex needs me.
I do.
Because we only have one brain cell.
Yeah. And it was always Chloe.
It was always
Oh.
Chloe.
Oh.
We don't have brain cells.
No, I remember just that very vividly. I'm like, I can't miss Inside Jack.
Oh. Okay, but the one time someone else had a brain cell was when Chloe went dark. Because then Aon
yes.
got a brain cell.
Yeah. Yep. That's
And
true.
Sonata
Chloe
tried
had
to
her
keep
moment.
Sonata tried to keep everybody calm. Because everyone was so upset.
And then there was Yelrow, who's the
And then there
calmest
was Yelrow.
Yeah, it was like tears to it. How many, like...
That was Yoro, huh? We talking about Yoro right now.
Hey. Chloe was only dark until she got Noah back, and then everything's fine.
Yeah. That's a healthy relationship right there.
Chloe is not a healthy person, so you know. Not a mentally healthy person. She's never been a mentally healthy person.
They say, that's a healthy relationship.
I have a question for you, Alex.
Mhm.
Was there anything that happened during this campaign that we circumvented that threw you off? Like, is there a certain moment that you remember the most that you're like, God damn it?
I don't know if there's a certain moment. I feel like I managed to like squeeze things in other places when you had like, gone off and done something completely different. I was like, well, I'll fit that in over there instead. Or,
Good DM technique.
Yeah. And then there was Demetrius that figured out the whole Michaela being actually the first queen thing, and I was like, thank you, NPC, for making this roll.
Thank you.
Because yes, I rolled for if he was gonna discover that or not. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything specific. Like I still
Not
got
even
to
when
do.
we like one-shotted your wizard.
I mean, that wasn't circumvention as much as it was just avoiding a possibly bad fight, So I wasn't too mad about it. It was like you managed to get through without triggering any traps other than like the armor and whatever. So it was cool. It was brutal as hell.
Did anything that...
So was turning him to ice was brutal as hell, making him a clone.
Yeah.
What was that, Ciara?
Did anything... for Alex, did anything... Well, for anyone, did anything that we did take you by, like, ultimate surprise? Like, y'all just had no clue it was going to lead down that path?
Chill touch.
Chill touch. Yep,
Yeah.
I think chill touch for sure. Because I've mentioned this off stream. I don't think I've mentioned this on stream, but like for a while, Chloe was more leaning towards Aon just because he was a lot more upfront and honest with her like instantly. But when the chill touch moment happened, it was a very like pivotal moment where she was like, "Oh, this is different." She's not used to anyone being honest with their feelings. So the fact that the twins were the first to do that for her, she was like, holy shit, what the fuck? And up until that point, as I was playing Chloe, I'm like, Chloe's like thinking of leaving. Like, she's not sure. Like, I wasn't sure if Chloe was the right fit for this group, and Chloe didn't feel like she was the right fit for this group. So she's like, I don't know if I should stay with these guys after that spider shit. Like, I don't know, it was okay, but I don't know. And she was gonna leave, and then the chill touch moment happened, and I'm like, fuck, now she's invested. Now she's staying.
I mean, there was also those insight checks early on
Oh,
that
the
led
insight
to
checks.
the reveal of both, you know.
Our mom.
Yeah,
really tripped
the
me out.
Duke
Yeah,
of
the mom was a twist.
being their mom, and also that Godfrey was their dad.
Yeah, I did not see Godfrey
That too.
coming at all. Godfrey came out of left field. I remember like being so shocked. I think I was in Hong Kong when that happened too. Like, what the fuck? Oh.
Yeah. I just thought it would be so fun to have like this crime boss type person, and they were actually married to the captain of the guard of the same town, but they don't even know it. It's like that Mr. and Mrs. Smith kind of thing.
I love those type of pairings.
Yeah, that came out of left field. And the fact that Chloe already hated Godfrey in the beginning made it so much sweeter. I'm like, oh, this is so good. This is so good. So bad for Chloe, but so good from a storytelling standpoint.
Like,
It couldn't
how,
have done.
you know, how rude of him to bring you in after you had left 2 dead bodies in the streets. How rude!
How rude! How dare he! Chloe has a problem with authority. We've established this.
But now she is authority.
Now she is authority. Oh no.
Authority.
Also,
Oh,
Sonata
freaking-
having a crush on our father for a while.
And my mother!
Yes.
Alright.
On everyone's parents.
Everyone's
Listen.
parents!
You don't know how many crushes Sonata ever had. She just never
Yes,
avoided-
list them now. List them now. That's my next question. How many crushes did Sonata have this campaign?
Alright.
Alright.
Okay. Alright, I want to do main characters first.
Okay.
Thank you, Victoria, for congratulating us on concluding our campaign. And for all
Love
of the
you,
biddies.
Victoria.
Thank you.
Love you, Vic.
And, oh yeah, puppy Victoria
Poptoria!
lived a long and happy life,
Thank God.
passing away of old age.
Good. She got a lot of
We
pets.
would have let her have puppies. Just one litter.
Oh,
Yeah, heck yeah.
Continue the Poptoria line.
The first person she had a crush on, Aon.
Okay.
She had the thing is she had a crush on him when he beat her in that fight. The first time he beat her.
With the rock?
With the rock. Got beaten by a rock.
She was very embarrassed but slightly so
Oh. Well then.
Wow!
she was like, okay, a mate that can kick my ass. Alright. I like him. Second, definitely Chloe. Definitely. She had a thing for Chloe and then main character. Of course she had like a little thing with Noah, but then he got on her. So it was just like she started seeing him more like her brother. Because it just reminded her like their relationship with the one she had with her brothers. So, like just switch right over on that. That's main character, like itself. But of course she had a crush on the woman at the tavern. The first tavern.
yes.
Who's married?
Yeah, she had a crush on her. Like if she came to her and said, hey, wanna go on a date, Sonata would have. Poppy.
Poppy.
Of course. Just because Poppy was just so and she really like, okay.
I feel like we wanted Poppy to be so much more than she was.
I did. I wanted her to be a little bit more.
Like, I think we all felt like Poppy.
We all-
like, Poppy was
Poppy
gonna be
was
something.
MVP.
We wanted Poppy to be like that in peace.
Yeah.
Of course Godfrey. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's canon.
Yeah. It sure is.
And then when Estrella turned into a thief, she thought she was very good. Demetrius, she didn't like Demetrius until he came in and like showed off those arms.
When he rolled up the sleeves.
Yeah. like,
I knew that would do it.
so now I was like, oh boy.
It was calculated.
Wow.
Is what I'm saying.
And then of course it was Chloe's mom. She started having a crush on Yarrow a little bit, like a tiny.
Bro, you crushed a Yarrow?
She had a
This
crush.
is Sonata we're talking about. Of course she did.
She
On
has a-
everyone.
He's older.
Yeah, older.
Oh god, he is older. It's like
And-
something.
and he was so kind and so calm that it kind of like made
Balanced
her
her
want
out.
to- Yeah, it was just like he's really calm. It made her want to be around. So, but then it was like I just really love Yarrow.
Thank you.
Of course. Who else? It was mom. Who else?
You had a boyfriend briefly before Demetrius. What was his name again?
Yeah,
She
the
didn't
one that
like
died.
Nimrus.
She didn't really like him like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
She was
the
Yeah,
one-
using
boyfriend she was
Mhm.
seeing, she didn't actually like him like that.
Yeah, she was kind of using him.
That's
But-
felt
true.
bad. She
We
felt
were-
felt
we were
bad because
using-
he died.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she became friends. Like she kind of like it didn't develop more than like, okay, I would like this man. Who else? I think out of all of yeah,
That's quite the list.
that is a list. Yeah, and like even before the campaign, she had a crush on like some of Sabal's like traveling on her father's travel. That was when she was young. She had like a little child. That's it. She doesn't discriminate. She's happy. She's a wife. She's happy. But if Demetrius wants to have a poly relationship, that's
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Get up on Star!
Oh.
she did. Oh, she did. She thought Star was very beautiful when she came back. So she was just like, well, damn.
Yep.
But she was like, that's Aon, so I'm not gonna. Unless it was a poly. But that's how I did.
None of this surprises me. I love it.
I don't know. I don't really have any questions for anybody because I feel like if we have the question, like if we had the questions, we asked each other already. It feels like.
I don't know. You might have, most likely.
I know I asked everybody at least one question throughout the whole campaign. So
Okay, but who was Aeon in love?
Yeah,
That's a good
Aon, who
question.
did you have any crushes, or were you just strictly like, oh no, Star is my main one. That's my.
There was only one other person other than Star.
Steve.
Huh?
No, not Steve.
No, it
Ciara?
was not Steve. Sorry. Wasn't Steve.
Victoria, we're not telling anybody about our new characters until they start up.
Yeah.
I already asked if we were allowed to.
No, but that one other person was Chloe.
Oh,
So sweet. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. No,
No touch happened.
he just because when they first met, she was doing smoke performances, and he did the
Performances.
same thing with fire.
Oh,
It was the first
Oh.
thing that drew him to her. So, and she had magic. He hadn't been around people with magic most of his life. So,
No.
yeah.
Yeah. That was
Then it
the
was-
thing
then
that
it was
almost
Star.
happened.
I
And then it
will
was
say
Noah.
though, when Chloe went dark, it completely negated any kind of feelings though.
Aw.
And if I think I only told Alex this, but if you would have actually tried to kill your who was it, Steph? Or no, it was your grandfather, right?
Grandfather.
Oh yeah.
Aeon would have stopped you, or at least attempted to stop you from doing it.
Noah would have also tried to stop you.
Yeah,
So.
Chloe figured that out after a while.
'Cause-
That's why I never brought that up in her epilogue. She let him just stew in fear of that and never went back.
because we went and talked to him, I think, at one point, right?
Yeah.
We did.
That whole time I was waiting to say I'm casting whole person on Chloe the whole time. So
Victoria wants to know top tearjerker moments. I have to say, saying goodbye to Aon was probably the hardest thing we've done in this campaign, in my opinion. That was very hard.
Well, that's sweet.
If it's not that, for me anyways, it would be when fake Noah got eaten by the dragon and everybody was bawling.
That's when
That's
was my moment, yeah.
That was one
That's
of
my
mine.
moment.
Yeah.
That was one of mine.
I broke so hard I was crying for like 4 hours after stream. So yeah, that's my biggest tearjerker moment because I couldn't stop crying.
That one was the big one. That was at the top until when Sonata had to give up her father to the guards. Like,
Ow.
I was really like, oh shit. Now, because I was sitting there like, okay, now is this gonna be character development or is it backwards where she's like, no, I'm gonna have to stick by my father, or is she's going to actually develop into her own? And that actually made me, because I was just like, she loved her father so much. But that was the big one for me. But it needed to happen.
What about you, Alex?
Everything.
Yeah, all of it. I was crying the entire time, but on the side. No, little guy was really rough for me.
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't want to kill the dog, but
Yeah.
No, that's true.
I tried to warn people,
yeah,
but they didn't listen to me.
Yeah, we didn't listen. But that was one too.
Well, obviously, Star finding out about Aeon Steel, because then I was, just full on crying for real.
Yeah.
Sarah's reaction to Sonata was
Sarah-
also a
Oh,
lovely one.
yeah.
Seraph killed me.
That one
killed me.
hurt me. That one hurt my heart because I was just like, oh damn, I can't stand for a kid to cry. Oh man.
Yeah.
That was painful.
Also, Steve was a difficult one for me.
He was very tough. Yeah.
So.
We have more questions from Victoria, by the way.
Yeah, we got a lot.
Oh, let's hear them.
The next one is, well, we're gonna start with the second one first. Who did Alex ship at the start of the campaign?
Oh yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear your ship.
I don't know if I had any ship at the very start. I mean, obviously Noah and Chloe was I was like, my ship is sailing. But my main ship that I had was Aon and Steve.
Of course
Me
it was.
Oh, me too.
God
bro.
damn it.
Oh, so close.
And then the second question, the first question was, what secret ships did we have for each other or NPCs? I shipped Aon and Sonata for so long.
Aon and Sonata for so long.
That was probably the only ship I even worried about. Was
Yeah,
Aon and Sonata.
me and Jamie would have conversations for hours about the two of them potentially hooking up, and we'd
I'm
be
sorry, Sonata was a sister to Aon.
I know, but for a long time, me and Christy would sit in call afterwards and talk about it.
we totally did, because we're like, how perfect would that be? They just gotta get together. They just need to get it over with.
Yeah.
Oh god, I don't think Aon could have handled Sonata, if I'm being honest. So
I don't know if. Oh yeah, Aon could handle Chloe. I don't think he could handle Sonata.
Sonata's a whole thing in her own. It takes a minute.
Yeah, because pretty much, like I said, my initial thought was Chloe was probably going for Aon, 100%, and then Chill Touch happened. So that was a ship I had before Noah and Chloe.
It could have happened.
It could have happened apparently, but yeah, no, our main ship was Aon and Sonata, and then Steve and Aon were pretty
Even
high
that
up there,
was
but
a-
that
was
wasn't
a
a
really
secret.
strong
That wasn't
Yeah.
a secret.
We talked
Well,
about that all the
obviously,
time.
I always ship Demetrius and Sonata.
Oh.
I mean, I know that he's so much older than her, but it still made sense to me that they would like each other because he basically, his mental age was stunted when the whole fire thing happened with Elena dying and the twin being sent to the orphanage and everything, and he was like, stuck in the mindset of like a 30-something-year-old this entire time until he met you guys and, finally got to live again. So,
Aw.
and he got to step out of his Deadeye persona and be himself again.
Mhm.
That was all my NPC. That was
Yeah.
my backstory NPC.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for that one guy I played D&D with in my local game shop. Who
To
I
be
really
honest,
like this character.
I did not think I would go for Demetrius. I didn't know. To be honest, when I started playing, I thought Sonata would probably like. I don't know. In my head, I thought she was gonna die. Like I really didn't think too much. Like I feel like she was gonna try to do something very heroic and end up fuck. Like I thought like that whole thing was gonna like get her killed. What? Fuck. Surprise!
She's a married woman.
She's a married woman.
She's a lady of an estate.
I know. She's finally noble. Yes.
Derek, you got any ships?
No, he doesn't feel.
Okay. All right. Okay now. Jesus.
He doesn't have a soul.
I mean, kind of biased, but I wanted Aon and Chloe to happen, but
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
that
sorry.
is a little bias. No, he's cool. It's cool. Aon was fine being alone for a long time.
I will say that if Noah died, there would have been a potential for that. I'm
Not
sorry,
with Dark
Noah.
Chloe. Not with Dark Chloe. Hold on.
Not with
No,
Dark Chloe.
yeah.
No.
Not with Dark
No.
Chloe.
I mean, early on, I don't know. I mean, we didn't really, out of like the people that like our characters, we didn't really super notable NPCs
Bro,
that I could think
know
of that.
you guys shipped Yoro and that girl that brought him food.
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
That
called
never
that from
happened.
the beginning.
That never happened.
Oh.
His neighbor.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember.
Yoro, even in like at the end of campaign 2, if he's still alive, whatever campaign 2 ends, never has children of his own.
Aw.
Aww. That's sad.
That is
Just-
sad.
It was his choice. He just didn't.
He said, "I'm not dealing with that crazy."
He was too focused on everything else to try to find somebody
Yeah.
to like settle with.
Understandable.
Deals with his business.
And it's kind of hard to ship like someone that's like they were Noah and Chloe were a couple early on in the campaign too. It's not like that happened
Yeah.
super late.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's yeah.
Yeah.
And plus, everybody was always shipping me with somebody. So
Aon was the butt of all ships.
yeah, it was
He
like
was.
I was like, all right.
He was.
Cause he's so pretty.
Yeah, he's so pretty and fucking
Bro.
charming. Like what the
And the-
hell?
And the moral of the campaign is don't trust pretty men.
Yeah.
He
Aon
didn't
and
know how to
Ciara.
talk to people. How is he?
But he's so pretty. You know that himbo thing that's going around right now?
Yes,
Aeon is a himbo.
Oh my lord.
Bro, I shipped Aon and Ciara so hard.
Yeah, I shipped them
Aw.
too.
I
Yeah,
shipped them.
they were just
very
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shipped them.
She's gay.
Hard. I
Yeah.
know. I
She's
know.
gay.
I'm
She's
not
a,
sad
she's
about
a
that.
lesbian, Harold.
Respect.
Gay and can't do math.
Okay. Respect. I really shipped it. I wanted it to happen.
She's lesbian.
Okay, but how do you feel about Solarius and Promise, though?
That's surprising.
I like it.
I like
I
it.
like
I like
It makes sense.
I dig it. I dig it. I dig it.
Victoria's going crazy with these questions. We're gonna move on
Yes,
to the next
Victoria.
one. Looking back on the campaign now that it's done, are there any things you'd want your characters to do differently?
I wish
Ooh, that's a
Chloe
good
had
one.
stepped up and been able to counterspell. I wasn't thinking about counterspell at all, and normally I do, and this, for whatever reason, I wasn't thinking about counterspell at all that fight, and I wish that's what I had done differently.
It's okay.
I think Sonata would have multi-classed earlier on. I think I feel like in retrospect I would like her to have been a cleric earlier.
Mm.
I feel like she would have still been a fighter, but I feel like I would like her to have been a cleric earlier.
I don't think I would have done anything different.
Because he's
Because-
Yeah.
that's why.
A lot of my things I decided to do, I thought about for a long time. Like, Alex knew I was gonna multi-class Bard, like, a year ago. And that
Yep.
only happened, like, a month or two ago.
Yeah.
So, I wouldn't have changed anything.
Yeah, I think aside from the counterspell, I don't think I'd change any of her other decisions, like especially like Dark Chloe. Like Christy knew how unhealthy that was, but it was something that I thought about just based off her history before she met the four dragons and how she had been raised and then alone for so long. So it was hard for Christy, but I knew Chloe needed to go through that, and as much as I wish she didn't, I'm glad she did. So yeah, I don't think I'd change any other major decisions. It was just not being socially aware of my spells and the situation. That was my only regret.
For Aon, I don't think I would change anything either. Even though he did a lot of stupid things.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think all of his stupid things kind of defined him, though. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it makes
agree. I feel like all of our
I mean-
choices were very in the moment in the character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'cause, I mean, I wouldn't
think that
change
just,
leaving
Yeah.
for a little bit, because
Just
then I wouldn't
made
have.
you guys more lovable that you made stupid choices.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not lying as much, but then again, I think that still just fits.
That's still
that's
defined
Aon.
Yeah,
insight
so-
check. That's insight check.
Yeah.
That's why we have this name.
I mean, because I loved the lie of me being a dragon to Sonata was one
Yeah.
of the best
gold.
moments, and she believed
was-
me.
It went on
Totally
for
gold.
so
For so
long.
long.
And that's why she.
Oh,
But you know what? I feel like
I
if Aeon did not leave, Sonata wouldn't have that really close moment when she had with Demetrius when they got drunk together. After Aeon.
yeah. See,
So Ian
Aon's just
got
the
the two.
matchmaker.
He's a Cupid. He got you two together. Actually, he is, because he got Noah and Chloe together inadvertently because he stole your book, and you couldn't
Yeah.
get him to open the door.
Yeah, yeah. You stole my book, and that's what gave you chill touch.
Yep.
I don't know. I feel like Aeon leaving gave a lot of us a lot of things. Like, I feel like Noah and Sonata got a lot closer because
You're
Aeon
cutting
left
out.
as
We
well.
don't hear you at all.
I was going really far back. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay, so I feel like Aeon leaving really worked out well for a lot of us because it made Sonata and Noah close as well. Because I feel like I personally had a lot of issue getting Noah into the mindset of like how Sonata works. I feel like we had a lot of clashing in the beginning. So, and then there was like nothing. There was nothing for our characters to like bond over.
Hmm.
And I feel
How
like
many times I had to like ask you guys to roll initiative
Yeah.
against each other?
Yeah.
It's like
A
what?
lot. We really
And that
did.
was like, Deadeye / Demetrius shot a crossbow bolt in between you guys when you were about to fight in the journey to
Yep.
Sandhome, which
Yep.
wasn't on stream, but that was like,
Yeah.
something that Sonata was like, oh, I don't like this Deadeye guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah, you were so pissed. You
Oh,
wanted to fight
God.
him, and both Chloe and Noah were like, no, it's okay.
Yeah,
know, I was really
at
mad.
that level for Sonata, that would not have ended well. Because
But if he kicked my ass, I don't know if I would have still liked him. I'm not sure. It's like,
Yeah.
if he could kick my ass, I mean,
then
strength
you
to
would.
power.
Yeah, you know.
But
Strength to
I definitely
power.
feel like between Aon leaving and the whole like Noah fake thing, it made Sonata and Noah very close.
Yeah.
So that helped.
I feel like what also made Noah and Sonata when she watched him, because when the dragon bit the clone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
was the only one that.
She was the only one.
Only one that
actually
saw
saw.
what happened. Yeah.
And she felt really guilty for that. It was like she realized that, okay, yeah, I had liked Aon, and because Noah he was my friend, but he was a dick. But he was my friend.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's talk about the fact that Sonata is also a dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. She's an asshole. I like her.
And then Chloe's just in the middle watching the three of you guys squabble, and she's like, "Help! Send help, please! 123 Internet Street. Okay, thanks. 911. Hello."
Mm-hmm.
Victoria, you keep sending me questions before I even get a chance to answer the other ones.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
But
you
keep
know
it coming. I'm enjoying it. We have another like 3 questions.
Mm-hmm.
What have you all as players / DM learned or gained from this campaign? I learned that I don't hate druids.
Yeah, true.
I actually now think druids are my favorite class,
Oh hell
Which is-
yeah! Get on my druid train.
which is really hard for me to say because I used to hate druids so much.
Oh, dude.
I think that's the biggest thing, honestly.
I learned sort of how to DM, because this is my first time DMing. So,
Dude.
I also started this like 6 months after I started playing D&D. So, you know. But it feels like it was so much longer. I already
It
felt like
does.
Derek and Jamie were like my best friends like ever.
I
But
thought
we'd
we'd been
al-
playing for at least a year before we
yeah,
started
but we'd
this.
only been playing for like
Yeah.
6 months together.
Felt
And
so much longer.
started the process of finding other players to
At the
join
same time,
us.
it feels like it hasn't been as long as like when you say how long we've been
True.
playing. It feels like it
Yeah.
hasn't
Yeah.
really been that long.
It definitely feels like longer.
But yeah, I sort of learned how to DM. I'm still not very good at it, I feel like.
Please.
No,
but,
you did a
uh,
good job. You did a
did a
great
good
job,
job,
Alex.
Fantastic job.
So much
Pers-
fun.
Like, literally, Alex, you're one of my favorite. And I had a lot of DMs. You're one of my favorites. So,
Samesies.
Oh, babies. We love you, Alex.
we really do. I love you so much.
I'm gonna cry again.
For this campaign, it was the first campaign that was like super RP heavy. So
Yeah.
learned a lot about doing that, especially not coming from a background in like theater or anything like that. Learned a lot of stuff for like
That's
improv and
because
stuff like
I
that. So
suck at coming up with combat. So
I
Victoria
love
wants you to
RP.
say,
I'm a big artist.
shut the fuck up, Alex. You're a great DM.
Yep, I would like to
Thank
ditto
you.
that sentiment.
I also learned. I'm gonna be honest. I learned how to actually better than I thought I could. So that
You
was
cut out when you said the key word of that
Yeah.
sentence. For me.
Ah.
You learned how to better than
what?
you thought you could.
Oh, well, apparently you feel the. Wait, no. learned how to use Roll20.
Oh.
Yep.
I never used like online D&D. I always did like the pen and paper. So that was a very interesting experience. And I also learned actually how to utilize more of 5e because I believe this is the first one that I played 5e. I usually play 3.5. So this
Oh,
was
okay.
the 5e game I ever played.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I learned that I love you guys.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't know. You guys were like one of the very first games I ever joined online.
Yeah.
And I think I joined the Sunday game first by like a week, and it's all audio, there's no video. So I think you guys kind of taught me how to approach role playing face to face and not be nervous about it. Because, like, if you remember the very first time we started playing, I didn't talk a lot because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I watched the roll, but I don't know what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
They already got a group going. They all seem to like really bounce off well against each other, and I'm like, how do I interject without like being a bitch? Because Chloe's got problems, and I'm like, how do I make these people not hate me? So like, it was a big learning experience for
we
me.
loved you from the start, Christy.
Oh.
Like
even
you,
during the interview,
yeah,
like, it
I
was
think
like,
you were the only
oh,
one that didn't use a webcam during the interview,
Yeah.
and we still picked you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So-
because I hadn't gotten my. I think it was like being shipped to me, and I hadn't received it
Yeah.
yet or
Mhm,
something.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'll have
So-
it next week.
Yeah,
But I was like, this girl is awesome.
Oh, BBs.
and you weren't the only
Yeah.
one because I was also this
You
was the
were
first.
also new. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
also new. So
But the thing is you were a lot more vocal, like from the beginning.
Well, the thing with me and Derek, is
Christy
me and
was
Derek,
so quiet. If you remember the first 3 sessions, Christy did not talk a lot.
Okay.
yeah. Well, me and Derek,
And
have
I feel
this
like it was because it
dynamic.
was all video, and I'm like, "Ooh, hello.
We have a dynamic where, like, no matter what characters we play, we always know exactly how to bounce off of each other's characters. Like with
Mhm.
Silver and Vix, I feel like we did that really good, and then now we also play Zin and Dusk.
Yep.
And I loved I had no idea how I was gonna play my character. As soon as I heard Derek
I didn't
speak,
either.
I was like, "That's it. Here we go."
Oh wow.
So, like, I can understand how that was probably threatening at first, because, like, we had talked about Noah and Aon for a long time. So we had the dynamic, like, set, and we
Yeah, and
knew
you
what
guys
we
were
doing.
twins, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh no, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
And I
feel-
will say, like, honestly, I did feel like quitting, like
Aw.
in the first week, because like the first session, I was so nervous, and I'm like, I barely talked at all, and I was like, do I stay with this? I'm so glad I didn't. I'm so
Yeah,
glad
I
I
am
stuck
so
with
glad
I'm
you
glad
did.
you
Yeah.
did as well.
because
I'm
I was
always-
also going through like a really dark time when I joined you guys, and I was like not sure if I was like mentally ready, and I was questioning myself joining like so soon. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just force myself. Let's do a month. Let's do 4 sessions. Let's do a month and see how I feel after a month, because it's not fair to just judge it off the first session just because I'm not talking. Like, that's not their fault, that's mine. So I forced myself for the month, and that's when like we started actually like clicking. And then I think a few weeks later, Chill Touch happened, and I was like, well, now I'm stuck. I'm in. I'm in.
I actually don't know if any of you all remember this or not, but I think this was before stream. One of the moments I liked a lot, and I still remember, is when Aon was talking to, I forget where they were. They might have been on like a rooftop or something, but it was when Aon was talking to Chloe. It was at night, and he started talking about the constellations and started pointing some
yeah.
of them out and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
I remember
That was
that.
still one of my favorite memories from.
I totally remember that. And I remember
That
when
was super
like,
early.
yeah, I also remember because like that was a very pivotal moment in their relationship. So when Chloe was mad at Aon and did the dome and didn't made it opaque so he couldn't see the stars,
Mhm.
she dropped it because she felt guilty because she remembered that
Yeah.
night. So she allowed him to still, even though she was mad at him, she's like, fuck, and let him see the stars, because she's like, that's too much of a bitch mood. I'm mad at him, but I'm not that mad at him. So that's something I definitely remember, because that was like in Chloe's head. She's like, I'm still mad, but that's too mean. I'll be nice, okay?
You said it was too mean.
She's like, I'm not that mad at him. I'm not gonna be that mean. I know how much he loves the stars.
And then one special star.
Yep.
And then one
Yeah.
special star.
One special stuff.
Victoria also said you're also very good at making combats, and the one where she guest starred was very tense.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, that was like my biggest combat that I had planned, I think. Yeah, because that was really.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Whew.
Yeah, that was a lot.
That was
That
a
was really
lot.
stressful.
That
I
was a
was
stressful
scared.
fight.
I was like, well, they took out an entire, town. So they gotta be powerful, you know?
Mhm.
Even if it was in the, while people were in trances and stuff, it would still have to be, yeah, so. But I don't like doing combat. It's my problem.
And that's perfectly fine.
I like
See, I'm in the
playing
same
combat,
I'm in-
but
yeah, I'm in the
DMing
same-
combat
I'm
is
same boat,
the
Alex.
worst.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
combat can like,
Because
drag
I
on,
have to
and it can
keep
be
track
boring
of
after
so
a while.
many things.
Multitasking a lot.
And especially now that we play and it's 3:30 in the morning for me,
Mhm.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
well, now I gotta keep track of all of these things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially for you with the time zones.
And
like,
I'm
that's a
not
lot.
good at strategy, even when I'm a character and I'm playing. I'm not good at strategizing in combat. It's like, and I'm always trying to take care of everyone else. So trying to kill everyone is like my opposite.
Yeah,
like
you do
conflicting
tend to play the
within
healer a
yourself.
lot. Yeah.
You do.
I basically only play characters with healing capabilities, so But
What
I
are
did
you-
have fun with like some monsters.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay. I'm done.
We have a lot of questions now.
Oh, wow.
Well, what are you hoping to experience or gain out of future campaigns together that is unique to this group?
I'm very interested to see how our dynamics are this show. I feel like we're so, because we've been playing for 2 years, like we're kind of into this like dynamic of me arguing with Chloe's being the voice of reason, Aon being a liar. I mean, I feel like we're so set in that.
Alright, I really don't want
Right.
Aon to be remembered by being a liar.
He
Come on
became
now.
very truthful.
Yeah.
I know
Yes.
what she's saying. She's saying that like
Yeah.
you like your place like you have a consistency for like hiding things because you like to keep
But so
not so much lying. He's just secretive in his methods because he's not very open. Like that's the type of very reserved
Mhm.
character.
And he was
Noah
also very,
and Sonata pretty much bounce off of each other with the craziness, and then Chloe's the one trying to keep the voice of reason to keep like she's talking about roles in the party, and I see what you mean. Like, is the next person with the voice of reason, is it going to be Ciara? Like,
yeah, that like I'm very interested to see how our dynamics be. Like, are we going to be the same? Are we going to be
What?
that?
My biggest fear is that there is no voice of reason.
True.
oh no,
But my
like-
next character is definitely gonna be a lot different than Aon,
My
so
character is
So,
also
yeah.
a lot
Same.
different compared to Noah.
Very different.
yeah.
I feel like we're all doing very different characters than our current 4 dragons. I feel like the next group of us are going to be a big shuffle, and it's
Yeah.
going. I'm definitely looking. It's not something that's unique to us, but it's something that we do well on proficiency bonus. Is like our very heavy, like the heavy role play. Storm King's Thunder comes close to our heavy role play, but I feel like we're up there for the most.
Yeah.
So it'd be very interesting to see how that changes with the swapping of roles.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I also love how it looked like you just grabbed a plate out of nowhere.
Out of the sky, just came down.
Yes, Calvin just delivered. Alex was just saying it looked like it came out of the sky, just a plate.
I love it.
As I was talking. He just delivered dinner. He cooked me salmon.
Oh,
Oh,
looks so
that
good.
looks so
Looks
good.
So good.
Love salmon. Oh,
Me too. Can I have some?
Alex wants some.
Calvin, can you cook us?
Alex, you want me
Cook
some?
us? I don't want to be cooked. I'm sorry.
No, he's
Cook
not
us
gonna
some
cook
food.
you.
There you go.
I want some
Yeah.
food.
Alex is like, Ciara's like, can you cook us? And he's like, wait, no, cook us, cook for us.
I don't want to be cooked.
Don't cook.
Okay, but no matter how much your characters are different, Ciara will always be baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll always be our
Well,
favorite toddler.
She's a toddler. Yeah.
Aren't you
Ciara
playing a
is a
very
toddler.
mature character next campaign?
Yeah, my character is she's gonna be
Mhm.
different than me.
We'll
different than
see.
Sonata.
We'll see about that.
You know what? Screw you.
I think the thing I'm most excited for about next campaign is like this campaign. I feel like we were learning everybody. We were learning each
Yeah.
other. We were learning
Yeah.
Alex's play style. Now that we know Alex's DM style,
This DM style.
Now that we know her DM style, we know each other. I feel like we've created a new system, kind of, that's gonna work.
Yeah.
With
I'm
each
gonna
other.
do a 180, and we're only doing
Only combat.
If we're only doing combat, we're screwed.
We're
Yeah.
screwed.
We're screwed.
I do have to say for next campaign,
agree.
without giving anything away, the dynamic between me and Jamie is gonna be a little bit different than our normal like characters.
Not knowing each other.
So,
at all.
yeah, like normally our characters are like really closely intertwined, and this is gonna be like the first
Now it's
campaign I think me and you.
my turn!
I think it's gonna be our first time ever playing characters that weren't super closely entwined at the start. So,
Aww.
yeah.
Look at you stepping outside your.
Yep.
No, but to add on to what you were saying, Jamie, I agree 100% that it's more exciting going into campaign 2 because we know each other so
Mhm.
well and we know our play styles and we know what to expect with. Well, we don't know what to expect, but we know Alex's styles of campaign
Right.
planning. So I feel like it's gonna be a lot more fun, if even possible.
Oh wow.
It's gonna be hard to be even more fun than what
I
this
know,
campaign
that's
already
what I
was.
mean,
'cause
but like,
yeah.
but it's just like this gut feeling that we have like this cohesive synergy between us now after playing for so long with each other that it's gonna feel like more. I feel like the clicks will happen much faster.
Yeah.
At the same time, I hope that our campaign goes like slower, because I feel like we were pushing Alex so hard to level us up.
Yeah,
Like all the
yeah.
time. I don't want to push her anymore. I'm gonna let her level me up when she wants to level me up.
yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
But it was because you like learned the end game so soon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm excited to be low level again.
Me
and
too.
it's weird to say that, but I'm excited to be low level again.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I kind of enjoy the progress. Like every time we leveled up, it was something like it wasn't just like experience. It was really like we also learning and growing character. I really
Yeah.
Alex, you're taking these to 20, right?
we'll see. I mean, Chloe probably reaches. She's like the only one of the 4 dragons to become level 20.
Hell
What?
yeah!
What about me?
You're an angel.
True,
You're not
I can't-
level.
Yeah.
You have
True.
a stat block now.
What
Yeah.
about
Get out of
Sonata?
here.
I'm a boss. I know.
Sonata's still
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah,
Chloe's
that's true.
well,
Sonata and
Yeah.
Chloe become level 20.
Hold
and
on, I'm
then-
taking care of children all day.
that
You
doesn't
become a level 20
train.
parent.
You become a
D
level
level.
20 parent.
Oh my god.
But the thing is that in my setting, level 20 is very, very rare, and mostly even like, highly powered people stop at 14, 15. So reaching above that is
Yeah.
super rare.
I don't know if Chloe would go to 20. She might go to 18.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sonata might go to 20.
I don't know.
Sonata is so extra, so she's gotta go
Yeah.
to 20.
Still adventurous.
She needs those cleric levels, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah,
that's
because
No
She
one would
Chloe's
probably
has
study.
2 businesses.
No one would
Ooh,
probably
you'd start
study
studying?
for another another couple levels just to get some more spells to take care of these damn kids.
He's
The
multiclassing
bard?
into wizard now.
No.
Bard!
I know. I'm just joking.
Chloe would
Continue
help him with Bard. She'd help you study, help you with your homework.
But he wouldn't go Whispers Bard. He would go Glamour Bard
Interesting.
for that silver tongue. You know what I mean?
Oh.
To calm the children down with my sweet words.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
That sounds really strange when you say it like that.
Yeah.
Bro, I got a silver
It
tongue and
does.
fast hands.
Wow.
Lucky Chloe.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You sure you don't have more kids after that? I mean,
I mean, we could.
It's probably
No,
gonna
Chloe's
happen.
too busy. Chloe has 2 businesses. She's too busy for
Wait
more
until
kids.
yeah,
after
but
the
also
18
you're
year time
half
skip.
out. Yeah, you can have like more babies far after.
That's true.
Because, you know, ages are weird when you're the longer lived races.
That's
Like I
true.
said, Roderick spent over 60 years as a royal guard and he's still working, so, you know.
I like the next question. You guys want to go to the
Yeah,
next
I
one?
do too.
Yeah.
What's the next question?
If you had to play a different player's character or an NPC from this game, who would you play?
An NPC or
An
a character?
NPC or another player's character?
Oh wow. That'll be- Okay, I think I will. All right, I think I will probably be Noah. I like the role. To be honest, he dealt so much damage. I really wanted. I was like, shit, I might multi-class into role.
Wow.
That was a lot of damage. I'm like,
Yeah,
I
but
wasn't even
most
full
of
rogue.
it was gloom.
Most of it was gloom. Yeah,
oh yeah.
I wasn't even full rogue. Can't hear me. You barely know me. No, I'm just kidding. It's because I lean back. When I lean back, this mic doesn't pick me up. This one's new, and I'm still trying to work out the kinks.
Yeah, work out them kinks.
Can I say Yoro? He's mine. Huh? Not allowed to say that.
Can't be Yarrow. You're already Yarrow.
Yoro was my spirit animal, honestly.
As an NPC, I'll probably be. I would like to be Whisper.
Me too.
I would like to be Whisper.
I'm already a bard, but I like.
Oh wait, I
just
was gonna say that's not really much of a change for Chloe.
What? No, I know.
It
but it's
is
like,
a change because
it is
it's
a change
different
because it's a completely different
college.
like
Yeah.
college. So like the things that she could do were very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was only like stealth and deception based.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
not combat or anything like that.
For player character wise, I would probably pick Sonata.
Oh wow.
I like upfront fighters, so
Mm.
That'd
I'd
I
probably
don't know
be.
for NPCs.
I'd probably be Aon. I like to. Never tried Runechild. It seemed fun.
Yo,
Oh,
that sounds
yeah.
really cool.
I never did a Moon Child.
Matthew Mercer knows how to make a class
Yeah.
or subclass.
Yeah, exactly. Like Gilmore. So like, yeah,
Mhm.
that's definitely probably one I probably would have gone with.
I'd probably be Chloe.
Aww.
I like bards as well. I've played a lot of bards.
I would be Yelrow.
He's chill.
Can't hear anything.
I
I'm
might.
saying. That's weird.
I might be
'cause
Elro.
it says that my mic's picking up.
I
I
can
mean,
hear you.
we
You're just
can hear
low.
you.
Yeah,
Hello.
Hello.
Jamie, I can hear you on stream. It's just you're very low.
Is it the Streamlabs? Can you turn up your mic on Streamlabs?
I'll be right back.
Is this better? Or is
I
this making me
rarely
really
do
loud?
this, but I'll be right back.
Yeah.
You're good.
Waiting for it to.
I'm playing with a knob on a thing.
Oh yeah, play with that knob.
It was a little bit louder, but it was still.
Is this good? I put it up all the way.
Like compared to me, I'm really loud compared to you.
Huh.
What's the Streamlabs volume doing on your mic?
It's saying that it's going like all the
That
way.
is- Oh,
Weird.
like it's just going.
How about if I take off noise suppression? I completely deleted noise suppression. How's that?
That's really weird, Victoria, because I can hear him perfectly fine. It's just he's low. That's strange. You can hear us, right?
Yeah, like am I really low? Or is it just Jamie?
Can you hear me
You
now?
sound better.
Now that I
Yeah, it
deleted-
sounds better. It sounds better for me on mine. Because that's what I had on mine, and that was causing issues as well.
My mic has its own natural noise suppression built into this thing. It tries to drown out background noise itself.
Yeah. I use it for my fan.
What
Can you
I'm
hear me now,
casually
Victoria?
like,
'Cause
can
if
she
you
hear all?
can't, if you can't,
Also, I don't know if this might be the issue, but
I
I
still
only
can't hear
hear you in my left side. I don't hear you on my right.
I'm talking into the middle of the mic.
That may.
Say it again. Speak again, Jamie.
That might be why you're low.
Hello.
No, I can hear. I can
Hello.
hear him on both sides.
Well, I can hear him on through us fine, but when he's on stream, I can only hear him on the left side.
I heard him on stream when I had no headphones in. I just turned on my phone.
Well, I can hear him. It's just like I said, it's only coming through my left speaker on my headset. That might, Victoria, did you not have your left earbud in? Because that might have been why you might not have been able to hear him.
That's weird.
That is weird.
Yep.
That's weird.
Yep, that's what it was.
Why is it only going to the left?
Like I said, it's only on stream though. It's
So that means
I
it's
can
on
hear you
mono,
fine
not
normally.
stereo?
But it shouldn't be coming from the left.
Yeah.
Did I fix it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, well, hold on. I just tried something. Did that fix it? Can you hear me in both?
Hold on. Nope.
That's weird.
Still on the only left side.
On your left.
Hello? Can you hear me now? I restarted stuff.
Technical difficulty.
I restarted
As
stuff.
usual.
Oh.
Oh,
It's still only on the left side.
What the hell is happening?
You're Steve Rogers.
Because it's only your voice. Because I can hear everybody else's voice through
Yeah,
both
it's just
sides.
new
It's
mic.
only yours. So
It's the new mic. It's something with
Yeah.
this mic.
Mike, get a grip.
Did it just start happening? Like, were you hearing me before fine? And then all of a sudden
I
it
can't
stopped?
remember. Oh god, that sounds
Oh,
weird
wow.
on Discord.
Whoa.
That makes you sound like you're in, like,
water.
I didn't hear you at all
Yeah.
on stream.
yeah.
Hey, Alex.
Yeah.
Would you not want me to post my brand new character in proficiency bonus? Wait till the last minute.
Yeah. I think we
Okay.
should wait.
All right. Okay. But
Yeah, we
I'm
can
gonna
reveal
let
it
you,
on stream.